classical period was known as the Enlightenment, or the Age of Reason. The era spanned about 70 years, 1750 to 1820. But in its short duration, musical practices began that have influenced in the music in the early, nearly 200 years since. Classical period music is by far the most common Western music known today. During this period, public concerts became prominent. Instrumental music was further developed. Secular music became more prevalent than church music, and opera took a new role as a more important form of vocal entertainment and musical drama. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and Franz Joseph Haydn each found a place in the music world and produced music as expression, art, and entertainment. The Western world of the mid-1700s transformed through intellectual and industrial revolutions. Early in the Enlightenment period, René Descartes and Sir Francis Bacon streamlined the scientific method, leading to Isaac Newton's physics discoveries. People began to experiment and explore ideas like never before, which resulted in developments and inventions. The Industrial Revolution brought agricultural changes, mechanized textile manufacturing, and new power sources like the steam engine. On assembly lines, workers began to specialize in the monotonous creation of only one small part rather than an entire product. In the home, families that had created homespun wool could no longer earn wages by making and selling hand-woven materials. Changes in structure of work and community paved the way for salon gatherings and public concerts. The period of 1600 through 1750, known as the Age of Absolutism, focused on the divine right of kings and other monarchs as chosen by God. During the Enlightenment, however, this philosophy began to change. European countries were regularly at war with each other. Britain declared war on France. France and Austria entered into an agreement against Prussia called the First Treaty of Versailles. Frederick II invaded Saxony and began the 7 Years' War, and France and Austria entered into the Second Treaty of Versailles with a plan to split up Prussia. For several years, political leadership came from royalty who had inherited their thrones and courts. Despite invasions and wars throughout Europe, a few leaders tried to improve the conditions of their people. These monarchs, commonly known as enlightened despots, implemented reforms like religious toleration and economic development. Joseph II, a leader of the Habsburg Empire that included Austria and Hungary, set peasants free, suppressed church authority, and promoted education, music, literature, and a free press. The positive atmosphere lured artists from outside areas to Vienna, where they could create freely. Mozart from Salzburg, Haydn from Raro, Austria, and Ludwig van Beethoven from Bonn are a sampling of the artists who flocked to Vienna.